think at one time or another we all wanted him dead.
Even now.
For his life to be coming to an end now, it doesn't seem possible.
Better late than never.
Yeah, I'm with Julian on that. I think Alistair Crane should have been kicked to the curb a long time ago.
You've done all of us an enormous service, Mrs. Wheeler.
Yes, thank you.
Before we...
Put Alistair in cubicle 1. Nurse, I want you to get me 2 units of Mr. Crane's blood from the hospital blood bank for immediate transfusion.
Yes, Dr. Russell.
Father survived the trip?
Barely. Avoided a transfusion, but whether he lives or dies now is anyone's guess.
All this trouble to save a monster like Alistair.
Look, I know that my father doesn't deserve to live, but I want to know why he's been so cruel to us.
Because he's evil, Sheridan.
What makes him evil? What makes him hate us so much?
Listen, I got here as soon as I could. What the hell happened?
Mrs. Wheeler here is the one who shot your grandfather.
Well, thanks, but, who are you and why?
Mrs. Wheeler and her husband came back from Mexico with my daughter, Paloma. They've been like godparents to her.
All right, so what does that have to do with my grandfather?
Alistair had Paloma kidnapped in Mexico, and then he used her to lure Luis and Sheridan into the jungle, where he tried to kill them both.
The Wheelers went with us to help us find Paloma. So then Alistair decided, well, might as well just try and kill them too.
Okay, so you took aim at him to pay him back. I got it.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure that my wife should answer that in front of Chief Bennett.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Still, though, it's too bad you couldn't have held off on shooting him. You know, we got people lined up from here to there to do that.
I was one of them.
But you didn't shoot Alistair Luis. Mrs. Wheeler did.
Yeah, well, can you blame her, Sam? You know, Alistair left her to die in a snake pit along with Sheridan.
Oh, my God.
Alistair's tried to kill all of us, and you should be going after him.
Luis is right. He murdered my Antonio. And he's responsible for Martin's disappearance.
Look, I know where you're all coming from, okay? But like I said, without any proof, I can't arrest Alistair for anything.
Come on, Sam, you know my father. He never gets directly involved with anything because he's too shrewd. He always has someone else do his dirty work, so maybe we can go after them.
Easier said than done. I mean, my only hope for not having to arrest Mrs. Wheeler is that Alistair pulls through and refuses to press charges against her for shooting him.